You talked about reprogramming yourself and that old person was essentially gone and there was a new person with new thoughts. Is that common for people, especially filmmakers, artists?
No, because most artists and people in general, we have doubt on ourselves. We are our own worst enemy. We are our own way. So I was that person. I was in my own way. I doubted myself, insecurity, depressed because my life. But then I realized that, Antoine, you are enough. Start reprogramming yourself. And now start looking at other people like the Tyler Perrys, and I keep bringing their name up, Tyler Perry, 50 Cent, and the Jay-Z's, and even Steve Jobs. They did it. They bet on themselves. For me, all I need to see is one person do it, and then I'm good. So once you got your doubt and get yourself out the way, you gotta realize that, you know, no one is promised tomorrow. No one's promised tomorrow. So if you're having doubts, insecurities, you're not the only one. But don't let that stop you for going after your dreams in life. No matter what it is. If you want to be the best barber, hairstylist, clothes designer person, whatever you want to do, just try it. Just try something. Fall in love with something. That's what I tell people. Fall in love with something. Because I remember when I was young, I'd do anything for a girl. I go crazy. I go to another state. Fall in love with something. Once you fall in love with something, it's a beautiful thing. But doubt gonna be there. But do baby steps. What I did was I did the power of yes. The things that I would never do, I started doing it. A lot of people used to call me an introvert because I used to stay to myself. But I realized that, Antoine, you gotta be your own cheerleader. You gotta speak for yourself. You gotta talk by yourself. How you expect someone to invest in you, you want to invest in yourself. You really got to. You got to really get in your mind and have a conversation with yourself. If you're going through depression, go to counseling. Like, do things that put yourself in a better position that you was in yesterday. It's not going to happen overnight, but start the baby steps. That's what I did. Start little baby steps, and eventually you're going to be the person you want to be.
And we talked about this earlier, and you talked about this in Power too, that there will be forces that will try to get you to go back to your old self. Mm-hmm. Do you see that right away in certain things? Like, oh, I know what this is right now.
Oh yeah, it's a setup. So you see it. Like sometimes people bring their own trauma onto you, and then you got to react. So what you got to do is you got to protect your energy. If you know someone coming in your life, like if I come to you with love and respect and care, and you come with the opposite, you're not ready to be over here. Stay over there and I'll stay over here because that old me gonna come out and you don't want that old me. So you gotta protect your energy. It's no different than protecting your child, protecting your house. You gotta protect your energy because people will try to interrupt your peace. And you know it's coming. So you guys, you gotta do a good job. I like things can simplify. Treat your life like a security. If you have a house, you get security cameras, you get a dog, treat your life the same way because peace and happiness is, oh man, it's priceless. Yeah.
That's excellent. Yeah. Excellent advice. So when someone came up to you wherever or online and said, that's not fair. How come you got this? How come you won this?
I said, it's not fair that I was homeless. It's not fair that I had great parents. Life is not fair. But what you do is you can't control how you start, but you can't control how you end your life. So what I do is I create the little world I want to create for myself. It's like X-Men. You find your mutants. You find people that actually get you. You don't have to try to fit in everybody's corner. Get your own tribe. And that's what I learned to do. I'm not for everybody. I'm an acquired taste.
Can you tell us more about your self-doubt?
Yeah, I had a lot of self-doubt. Being dark-skinned, being a black man, watching films that I don't see my people, being in a neighborhood and the cops call you the N-word, just being in an environment that you feel like you're nothing, But then you realize that those people rejecting their fears onto you, they're afraid. They have their own demons inside they dealing with. So it's never you, it's the other person. If you come to someone with peace and love, and you come the opposite, they broken. Don't take it personal. As long as they threaten your life or touching you, let them be. But that's what it is. They broken people. Hurt people. And pain see pain. So that's why I had to realize, because I just take things personally. Like, why are you doing this to me? Why are you saying negative things to me? Oh, I get it. You're broken. You need a hug. And that's you got to realize that it's never you. It's the other person. Even with the industry. When someone said, oh, your project's not good enough, it's fine. They told Sylvester Stallone the same thing. Everybody got a story that someone told him no. And what happens is no mean not right now. And then when they come back to you, yesterday's price is not today's price. That's what you gotta do.
And with Lola, does she have that surrounding her? In her
Yeah.
life?
Yeah. So you got to just protect your energy, man. Like this industry, this life is not fair. COVID's not fair, but we live in it and we're going to make it out of it. But you really got to protect your energy. You really got to protect your energy because that peace of mind is priceless. I know a lot of people went through depression during COVID. And, I lost some people during COVID. I talked to people I committed suicide during COVID because it was just too much. Because when COVID happened and if you was going through depression, now you got to be home and look at that person in the mirror every day. And some people didn't like what they see in the mirror. So really, focus on your mental health and get help if you need it, but protect your peace.
And also, too, I'm not sure if COVID makes certain mental health issues worse.
It does.
Too. Anxiety and depression, too.
It does. So protect your peace. Don't try to fit in with everybody, not everybody for you. Like I'm a big believer of protecting my peace. If you come in my life, if you ain't bringing value and love and happiness, you don't need to be over here. Go back over there with the unhappy people. And when you get together, come over here.
So the unhappy people can have their own
They
party.
can have their own party over there.
Okay.
We up here having fun, enjoying life. Yeah. You got to separate your life, man. Like we get one life. That's it.
Can you think of any moments, even after you had reclaimed who you wanted to be, where just certain things got to you and you said, enough is enough and I'm giving up?
Every day. But I realized that that's easy. I've been give up before. People already doubt me already. So this is hard. This is an emotional roller coaster. But when you protect your peace, it's very important. When you protect your peace, you can control the narrative in your life. A lot of times we giving people power that's not in their life. You giving your family power. You giving your friend power. You giving this industry power to tell you you're not good enough. You gotta stop that. It's your life. Like you the CEO of your life. You can hire and fire yourself. But if you allow people to come in your life and take your power, you're going to be depressed. So for me, I had to realize that, Antoine, you're giving people too much power. Take that power back. They have no power over you. And once I did that, man, it was a blessing.
And Lola takes back her power too.
Yep.
And is there one catalyst character that changes that for her, that makes her take it back instead of being a victim?
The person in the mirror. The reflection. That person in the mirror will always take your power back. People around you might inspire you, but at the end of the day, when you go home, it's you. And you have to do it. Like it saved me. Like I'm always happy. People know me. I'm always happy joking around because I realized that, wait a minute, y'all the crazy ones. Y'all the one getting, I'm good. I'm healed. So just, like I said, protect your energy.
I think in this industry, there are a lot of people that try to take your power, even if they don't mean to. They're projecting their own thing onto you. But I think just knowing, and I think that's what stops a lot of artists from wanting to go further, is knowing that there are these people that want to take your power.
Yeah, those are the so-called gatekeepers that feels like they could prey on people that don't know their worth. They're everywhere. They're in your family, they're in this industry, they're at your co-job. You ever had that boss, that supervisor that barred you for no reason? Like, why are you bothering me? Because they want to feel in control. It's a control thing. But no one can control you unless you give them the opportunity or the power. But yeah, it's this industry. I learned that. I remember when I used to submit to festivals. My first feature, and I still have it on my Film Freeway account, I got rejected by 95 film festivals. 95, you know how much rejection you got to be? 95. I save all of them. But it's because they didn't see the vision. I can't get mad at them. In the beginning, yes, I got really mad. Like, who? I got mad because I was like, damn, I keep getting rejected. And then I realized, Antoine, this is part of the journey. You got to take the good with the bad. The storm don't last forever. Sun will shine. So it's a journey. Yeah. All you need is that one yes. Like this whole project, all you need is that one yes. You're going to get 100 no's, but all you need is that one yes. And the first yes got to come from you.
So with Lola 1, you probably got more no's, and then once you had that proof of concept.
Oh yeah, I got so many no's. I got so many no's that I went to sleep dreaming about no's. Because like I said, when you do a project no one believes in, and they telling you all the extra stuff that don't make no sense, it happens. But I'm built for this. If I could go through being homeless, going through all the stuff I went through, this is a piece of cake. But you got to know that, sometimes what reminds me, our goal is to look at other people's stories. I go on Film Courage. You have tons of stories. When I first started in the film business, I didn't have money to go to film school or all this crazy stuff. So I went to Film Courage to educate myself, to look at filmmakers that was like me that just needed some help. And y'all helped me. So it's just, you got to realize that no, just a no. It's not you.
When you were laying in the bed with COVID, and I don't know, were you hospitalized?
Yeah, I was in the hospital.
You
2
were?
weeks.
Okay, wow.
Probably less, but I was so bad that I even remember going to the hospital. My wife took me. That's how bad I was.
Was it like breathing trouble, or what was it?
I was dehydrated. I had headache, back pains. I was just delusional. It was really bad.
So at any moment when you kind of came to in the hospital, did you say to yourself, if I make it out of here, I want to do A, B, and C?
Yes.
So you were already planning what you
I
wanted to do?
already had my plan, but that hospital really pushed me. Also, too, love your partner more. Because sometimes we have friends and family that we think they was going to be there, and we don't really love them like we should. So I want to love on people way more that really appreciate me. So my wife, she was there. My friends, family. But yeah, you got to love on people more because this was crazy.
And so aside from the relationship aspect, did you say, these are the goals I want?
Yes. I said, once I get out of here, I'm going to go crazy. That's why when COVID happened, me and my writers got together. We knocked out like 50 trips. I'm not exaggerating. I have my ideas. We're going to write a whole bunch of content. So next year, I'm going to flood the gates because, yeah, why not?
Did you see some people there at the hospital who didn't make it?
No, but everybody in that room had COVID. I was sharing a room with someone that had COVID, but it just was bad. And then when COVID first happened, in Queens, that's when they had the dead bodies in the trunks, in the freezer. So I seen that on TV. Like, it was just so bad. So it got to motivate you. Like, sometimes we afraid, but if like, you got to, like, I just had to wake up. I was doing great, but COVID made me put some more pep in my step. Yeah.
So you already had these plans, but then going through that and being close.
Made it exponentially. Like, we got to speed this up. I'm wasting my time. So yeah.